My body is so sore. Hi, Nick. So I wanted to do a live video because everybody's going through so much shit right now. It's crazy. And I'm like, oh, look at my face. It's been like the last 2 or 3 days has been madness. Because it's just like so many things are being brought up to be dealt with. And it's like stuff we didn't even realize we held on to. I mean, we have to get to the point where we have to figure out that we're being called to raise our awareness. We're being called to ascend to a higher level. Because what we're at right now is bullshit, you know? We as a collective need to figure out that we have to heal ourselves before we can expect anybody else to do it for us. We can go get a medication. That's not the point. You can go drink. That's not the point. You know, we're here to kind of live out these karmic lessons with other people, but we haven't caught on. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't caught on to the fact that we can't really find what we need in another person until we find it in ourselves. And I'm so fucking tired of this twin flame shit. Let me tell you, that's just like, I got so mad earlier today. I like threw shit around in my room because it was like, oh, they're going to send your divine, masculine back into your life, but he hasn't healed and he's still broke and it's a test for you. And I'm like, test for me? That motherfucker can stay where he's at then, because I'm tired. And I'm not even kidding when I tell you I would rather sleep alone. There is not one man on the face of the planet that is at this point in my life isn't gonna come to me fucking correctly, because I don't know where the men are. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know when all these bitches and these like what is going on. The true divine feminine and the masculine, they're not here. You know that most people are like rotating in feminine energy? Because if you really think about in the grand scheme of things, there's a lot of fucking dudes out here who have mommy issues. Y'all are going to someone to heal you and take care of you because your mom didn't, and then you're living out that karma, and it's like, so when are you going to figure out that you're not going to find your mom or what you need in a bitch until you find it in yourself? Don't come into any female's life, especially one that you already fucked over, until you have your shit right. It's like we're throwing it back on track. Like, look, as a divine feminine, we can stand alone then. We're going to take care of our kids. We're going to raise our kids better because all this fucking karmic shit is done. It stops here. So if we have to do this, we're going to do it ourselves. Fuck y'all. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need you then, because you're not adding shit to our lives. You're adding more fucking drama. Yes, I needed to heal myself. This was something that I had to learn, but I'm fucking tired. And I had to face myself, and it's ugly as shit when you gotta look at yourself and your demons and everything that you don't want to think about and you didn't deal with, and it's fucking ugly. But let me tell you, when you get to the point where you figure out how to heal yourself, you sit back and you think, why the fuck was I waiting so long for people? Like, why did I chase this dude for 4 years when I knew he was a fuckboy? I knew he was messing around with all these females because he didn't know what the fuck he wanted. Figure out what the fuck you want and then go into their life. If you don't know what you want, then lay back here, because I don't fucking need it. I looked for love in the wrong places too, but at this point, I don't need you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need you. I forgive you. I needed this to happen, so I love myself. But I'm not looking for the dream that they say is coming. I'm tired of these fucking readers saying, he's coming back, this is what he's doing, this is what he's thinking. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, because what I see is nothing. I see women doing every fucking thing for their kids and their family, when it's not supposed to be like this. Where the fuck are the men at? Y'all been hurt, you've been broken, so have we. Why do we have to carry y'all weight? You have to look inside yourself and figure out what the fuck is wrong with you. If you need direction on how to heal yourself, cool, we got you. We're not here to fucking take care of y'all. I have 4 kids. Do I need another? Like I said, I will fucking sleep alone at this point. But we have to raise ourselves up, because this dimension that we're on, what we can't see, is fucking evil as shit. And that's what we have brought everything to, because people chose their ego, and they chose money, and they chose sex over every fucking purpose that they had on their life. And so they're living in oppression, and they're pissed off because they don't understand why they're not happy when they're doing the things that we're programmed to do. When are you going to fucking put it together? You can't have your ego and another person. You gotta choose. You gonna choose yourself and money, and you're gonna die in that box by yourself? Nothing's going with you? Or are you gonna figure that maybe you gotta drop it down a little bit? You gotta step your game up and come to somebody as a man if you want respect. What are you gonna bring to the table? Because if it's equal between two, it's supposed to be a man and a woman coming together, making shit equal, regardless if they both go to work or not. It's supposed to be equal. It hasn't been equal. When's the last time it's been equal? There's so many single moms that makes me sick to my stomach, because that's more generation of kids that have to carry that weight of they didn't have a dad. If you know what that's like, you should do better, you know, but everyone's so fucking selfish and focused on themselves. So at this point, the feminines are ascending. So when y'all little twin flames want to come back in the low vibration, you're not going to be able to reach us no more. And y'all are going to get left here, and the rest of the world's going to ascend. You know where you're going to be? Chilling in the same place you're at right now, fucking miserable. Because you won't take a look at yourself and realize you have to fix you. Nobody else can fix you. We have to reprogram our brains ourselves and stop fucking listening to what everybody else is telling us to do. We have emotional wounds. We have childhood trauma. We've been through some shit that we don't talk about. We were never taught how to get rid of. Our subconscious is fucked at this point. There's toxins everywhere. There's fucking parasites. Y'all don't even know this is like, figure, like you have to know by now this shit's not normal, right? And you can sit here and you can wait for love to come in, the love of your life, but he's gonna be just as fucked up as he was last time. You know what I mean? Until you raise yourself up to that point where you don't want that, or you're not attracting that anymore. I'm fucking just like some of us have dedicated our whole fucking lives to serving people. And it's like, I'm sitting here and I think about all the people that I put time into, that I cared about. Where the fuck were they when my life was falling apart? What the fuck is loyalty? Does anybody think about another person? You know, you can sit across the street and you can judge somebody, but you don't even know what's really going on with them. And you can sit in a fucking pew and read a Bible because you so holy on Sunday, but on Monday your neighbor committed suicide because they're so fucking depressed they couldn't get out of bed. Then what? Does anything get better when you're focused on yourself? Do you feel better when you sleep with 6 bitches and you break all their hearts and you give them an STD and you got 14 kids out here with no fucking direction? Or when are you going to figure out we all fucked up? We all fucked up. But we have the power to change it, and it's going to get done with or without the fucking divine, whatever, feminine, masculine, where they at? I don't know. I don't give a fuck. We chose to ascend. We chose to face our demons. And we didn't even have to take that hit for you. When are you going to step up? Maybe you feel bad for the things that you've done. Maybe you have shame. You have things poison to every bitch you fuck with. We're all fucked up, but we all have to make the choice to do better because our kids are our kids are they're gonna go through worse shit. It's not about love and who's coming in and how they feel about you. How do you feel about yourself? What are the real issues here? Half your fucking mothers treated it. They didn't fucking love you. They were on drugs. They did God knows what else, and they didn't pay attention to you, so you don't know what it's like to be loved, so you don't know how to love another person. But you can't go to a female and expect her to do that for you when you don't even know what that's like. You can spend your whole life sitting here in shame and worry and anxiety and fucking depression. Or it's okay to be that way, but you have to take the steps on your own to do that. No one is here to do that for you. We're just, it's like a fucking hamster wheel. And everybody knows there's a bunch of shit going on. But it took us to be backed into like every part of my life simultaneously fell apart this year. And I was the bitch on top of her shit. Believe me when I tell you, I might be a big bitch with 4 kids, but I was on top of my shit until this year. Everything fucking fell apart and I was backed into a wall. And then I had to start, and then things started changing. And I was like, holy shit, you know? So if you're down to that point and you don't think that life is worth living, or you feel like you want to kill yourself, there's some things that need to be revealed to you, and when they are, you're going to figure more things out. We're blind, and some of us are so fucking ignorant and uneducated, and it's time to fucking pick up a book or do some research on your own and stop fucking listening to what the media tells you, what your parents taught you, what these churches taught you, because it's all fucking bullshit. It's easier to live a life in shame and pain and depression and oppression because that keeps you down here. Because if you were up where you were supposed to be and you knew who you were, because let me tell you, your minds have been, you don't know who you are. But you're easier to control when you're down here. But it's not getting anywhere. It's just like everything is like an illusion. This is the matrix of an illusion, and it's based on fear, and that's what we live in. But that's not really what we originated from. That's not who we are, but that's what we chose to believe, because some of us have been broken down to the point where how could we be anything better than that? Because we were abused, we were teased, we were the oddball, we were the fat kid that was picked last for kickball, you know what I mean? None of that fucking matters, but that's like what we believed after a while. I have to go to work and I gotta work 40 hours and pay these bills, and it's like time goes by, years go by, and you're doing the same thing and buying the name brand clothes and getting the nice car and getting the nice house, and you're fucking, then what? It's time to wake up a little bit and see things for the truth is that this is an unattainable dream that's being sold to you, and you could have it all and it still don't mean shit. Because I got it all for myself. And it's then what? There's no money or drug or Bible verse that can save you anymore. You can keep running if you want to, or you can face yourself, and it's ugly. It's really fucking ugly, but I would rather get to the point where I can recognize it and release it and cry and fucking get it out than continue to live this road pretending to be blind that I don't know what's going on and someone else can solve my problems for me, right? Because the doctor can give you a pill to mask that feeling that you don't want to talk about. We gotta stand up. It's time. And at this point, the divine feminine standing up by herself, and she doesn't give a fuck if it's by herself. We're tired of waiting for you guys to figure it out. You should have fucking known a long time ago, and you did know, but you chose to not do anything because it's easier to go and try to what feels good at this time, because money and sex and drugs and all this, end of the day, you're still fucking empty and you're still miserable, but you won't change. So you either drop the fucking ego and whatever else that you're fucking trying to run after, and then you come in as you are and not a fucking illusion that you think we don't know. For the record, some of y'all, if you really think that I didn't know half the shit that you said or done or anything, and I still fucking gave to you, you should be ashamed, but don't live in that, because I was sent here to love people and get them to fucking wake up. I loved you because there was somebody else out here that told me to love you so that maybe you could figure it out. It wasn't because you finesse shit. It wasn't because you had really good sex or you really had the game. You didn't have shit for me that I didn't have for myself. I chose to take this path. And I chose to put my time and effort into you. You know what I mean? And I know everything. So there's that. Unconditional love is there regardless, but it's like we don't even understand what that means. What does that mean? That means that you're loved at the end of every fucking day, no matter how bad you fuck up, because we all fuck up. But the longer that you spend running and lying and cheating and doing the same shit, how long do you think we're gonna wait? You think we're going to sit here and be by ourselves forever? Which, seriously, now I understand why people are gay. But I don't like bitches. That's not going to go well. I'm just saying, come correctly or don't come at all. Because I don't have time. I have kids to raise, and I have people that actually want to be awakened and help heal, because I can't heal you because that drains me. It almost fucking killed me, actually, but nobody noticed, did they? Because, oh, Emily's a nice white girl. She'll cook some chicken and she'll give you whatever you want. Man, fuck y'all. You know, I will help you, get you on that path. Heal yourself, what you have to do, and I'll be in your corner when you don't have anybody, because that's what it's like. That's what we're supposed to do. But I'm done waiting or trying to help people that don't want to help themselves. If you truly want to do this, then I'll help you. I'll show you. Because I will forever rep somebody who has to go through this, because I know what it's like. And believe it or not, we're sent here to help other people. Oh my God, it's such a fucking crazy thought, right? That it's not just about us, you fucking narcissistic bastards. Get out of your head for 1 second. You don't even have shit, but you believe it. I would have more respect for somebody who came to me honestly than I would ever who is too ashamed and runs and hides, but will watch me on YouTube and check my Facebook every day or drive by my house. Y'all just gonna watch me forever? What's up? I'm still cute though. I mean, a big bitch, but listen, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. The person that's meant, you best believe that. I'm tired of fucking people believing that they're not. I got major issues. Every bitch is crazy. We all got things. We all went through shit. But when it comes down to fucking loyalty and integrity and confidence and intelligence, what? Can you say that about any people? Can you say that about yourself? I don't even know if loyalty is in the dictionary for y'all. We have unresolved trauma. And until we rewind that tape to when we were 4 or 5, or whenever the fucked up shit started happening, when your parents would leave you alone, or they would have all these random dudes around, or they drank a lot, or their boyfriends messed around with you, or you had family members who molested you, until you rewind that shit back. Because it's still in your brain. It's still in your subconscious. Until you rewind it back and you go back and you figure out what these things are and release it, rewire your brain. Because mental illness is based on, I could go on forever, but it's just like our bodies know how to heal themselves. There's other ways to heal ourselves without medications and a diagnosis. And I wish that more people wanted to know. I wish people would understand that there's libraries and there's information out here on the real truth. And if you don't want to believe me, it's okay for you to go and do your own research, but you got to do something. We had fucked up childhoods. We had fucked up parents. We had fucked up people in our lives. And all of that's still in your brain. And that's why you're attracting fucked up people into your life, because that's what vibration you're sending out subconsciously. Until we learn to ascend, until you learn to release it, until you figure out that that drug or that drink or those pills really don't do shit for you and you want to do something different, then I don't know what to tell you. If you think porn and bitches and money, if it's fuck bitches and get money for the rest of your life, go ahead. But you're gonna be living in that same realm the rest of your life. And you'll never really figure it out or be happy. But if it feels good to you, cool, I'm happy for you. This isn't for everybody, because when you truly get to the point where you have to do something about it, where you can't blame somebody else, because that's what I wanted to do, I did. I blame the dudes for how they hurt me, but I have to take responsibility for the fact that I let them. That I made those really fucking bad decisions. And I knew about the dumbass shady shit they were doing, and but I love him. But I didn't love myself. So it's not just the men, it's the women too, but you're going to feel better when you can get this out, because you're going to get to the point where you're going to be in this stuck energy, because people are waking up every day. And you're going to be confused and you're going to be lost. And once this starts, it doesn't stop. So you can't really turn back now, you know? But I feel like it's time for some of us, because depression and suicide and whatever else, it's not going to go away. It's going to get worse. But people need to understand why that's there. What's the underlying factor? Why do you use that drug? Why do you need that alcohol? What are you avoiding? Some of us were meant to be healers. Some of us were meant to be the true leaders of this world. Are the ones that are the worst in the addictions right now. They're the ones that are probably fully narcissistic and all about themselves. But the sad part is they believe the lies they were told, and they kind of have this fake persona, because that's who they're so oppressed they have no idea who they are. It worked, didn't it? But I just feel like those are the leaders of this world. Instead, we're being for some of us, it's like, if you're okay with being a sheep the rest of your life, that's fine. But for me, I can't do it. I have kids and I want things to be better, and it's like somebody has to make that decision eventually. We don't have to live like this. It's a choice at the end of the day. What are you going to choose? Nothing's going to go away, and everything you've ever done is going to keep coming for you. So what you want to do? You know what I mean? The givers and takers was never supposed to be like this. You know, the whole world is takers, and us givers look like this. I'm pretty sure I look like a fucking vampire that hasn't slept in 17 years. And the hair, y'all don't even know how sexy I am right now. But it's like, I can see, I can hear messages and I can see who people are. And it's like sitting here, and I've been trying to tell people for so long. And I think that's why I always fell for the broken ass people. It's like a fucking bug in a light bulb. They're just, I love you, you know, because I can feel your pain and I want to take it away. What somebody else did to you doesn't have to be something you own the rest of your life. Some of your parents didn't even know how bad they were fucking you up because they were fucked up, you know? So we can put the blame on whoever we want, but at the end of the day, we have to take some responsibility for the choices that we consciously make, because an action repeated more than once is a choice. And you can't blame everybody else the rest of your life. You have to figure out that you have to accept the fact that maybe you were born into a family with parents who were fucked up ass people. They didn't know how to love you either, maybe, or they did and they didn't give a fuck. I don't know why, but that's just how it goes for some of us. But all I know is that if I didn't grow up like that and go through everything that I went through, then I wouldn't be able to sit here and tell you I know what it's like and I'm here to help you, because sometimes we just need somebody in our fucking corner. You know what I mean? Because it's like we don't really have that, though. We think we have true friends, but who's a true friend when shit's really bad in your life and you don't have anything to offer somebody? It's okay to like turn this pain in a different way. It's okay to admit that shame and the guilt and the fear and the anxiety and the depression, that it's there and there's reasons and it's nothing that you could have done about it. That you didn't do anything, but you're carrying the weight of that because you won't let it go. And then you're living out that karma with whoever you get in a relationship with, back to back to back, because none of them can make you happy, or they irritate the fuck out of you because it's a spitting image of your mother or the parts of your soul that you don't want to see. Why can't two people come together fucked up and figure out, because that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be an equal dynamic, but it hasn't been equal. Because we're trained to believe that love is this fairy tale where someone can do everything for us. But when you learn to love yourself and you learn to accept the parts of you that aren't so pretty, you know, you kind of figure out that you don't really need love that much anymore, because if that's love, I don't need it. But I know that when the right person comes to me correctly, then it's going to be what I want and what I need. And I'm like really fucking chasing people around to try to get them to see things, because Some people don't want to change. Some people don't want to heal. Some people are going to forever run. But I'm going to be here for the people that aren't. I'll show you what you need to do, and I'll be in your corner, and I'm going to understand, and I'm going to be able to see things, or just know you can't see. So you do have people that can help you, but you have to be open to it, and you have to be ready for it. To every person in my life that fucked me over and feels bad about it or whatever, I don't care. The love I give people is genuine, and that's like, that doesn't change. Unconditional love and loyalty doesn't change based on circumstances. Some people really do love you for the fucked up ass, broken down piece of shit person that you are. Because there's something inside of you that you can't see because you're programmed to believe everything that everyone else told you about yourself. And you don't have to do that, but you can. Fuck what everybody else thinks, what everybody else says. We're all kind of fucked up if you think about it. But when are you going to stop lying? You don't have to pretend that you're okay, because you're not. And we kind of know that. And I really kind of know that. So we have been mentally conditioned and mentally fucked up. And it's like most of mental disorders and things start with some type of abuse that's been subconsciously held on to. Most addictions and sex addictions start from some kind of abuse that we're trying to satisfy that or hide behind that or whatever it is, but it more comes down to accepting that and getting rid of everything that's holding you back from who you're supposed to be. You might feel inferior to somebody who you think that you're not good enough for, but who told you that you're not good enough, and why do you believe it? All most people want is honesty and respect. And it's like you guys don't even get that. We don't care about money. We can get that together if you come correctly. Everybody that I loved, I still love, but I just don't know how far I can fuck with you. You know what I mean? And I think it's important to remember that you have so many people around you that are guiding you. You have family members, you have ancestors, and you have angels all around you every day. And they're waiting for you to wake up because they've been trying to talk to you, but you can't hear them. Because the fucking ugly ass demons are the focus, because everyone lives in fear. We have good people in our corner. You have to ask them for help, because they can't help you, because you have to invite them in. You have to accept that. Just as much bad out there, there's good. And it's going to come in many shapes and forms. And you have to understand the most broken people are the ones that have the highest purpose in this life. So if you live your life in regret and fear and anxiety, you have to understand you're being distracted and it's working. if you think that you're not good enough, you're being distracted and it's working. We don't have to believe the things people say about us. We don't have to look like the people in the magazines. We don't have to do things the way we've been conditioned to do them. And we don't have to believe the things that they want us to believe. But do some fucking research. Figure out what causes you to run away, what causes you to think that you're not good enough or do the things that you do. Some of us have kids that is going to be the next generation and they're going to change the world, but they need us to get it together because we fucked it up already. Sound therapy, I believe, is going to be the key for a lot of people, and I want more people to get involved and understand that there's different frequencies that can reprogram your brain and release the things that your subconscious is holding on to. And if you don't think that it works, that's fine, but it does. There's different parts of our body that's based on energy, and it's like really hard for me to explain, but everything that you take a medication for, you don't even need it if your body was aligned the right way, if you dealt with the traumas that you're holding on to, because everything that you carry in your body is basically why you have the mental illness or the physical things wrong. And you have been fucking lied about what medication you need to take and what diagnosis that they gave you or whatever the fuck, you know. It's a lie. So what are you going to choose to believe? Because the brain's a really powerful thing, but you've been giving the wrong fucking people power over it. You know what I'm saying? We all have. We can't blame the other person. I don't know. It's about responsibility. It's about understanding. It's about accepting. It's about being aware. And it's about being willing and ready to do the fucking things that you're sent here to do. So if you want to know some things about yourself that I probably can pick up on, or your people are going to tell me, because that's been going on lately, which is pretty crazy. But it's to the point where people's family is talking to me to tell y'all messages because you can't fucking hear them. Some of us have a really bad rap for being a witch or whatever, but do you understand the things that we don't even know is there or what's like really going on? That the fact that we put ourselves out here and it's kind of dangerous and it's kind of like we're exposed to a whole lot of shit. But I would like to be the person that can go a little bit deeper and show you the things that you can't see, because that's what it all comes down to, is unanswered questions and a misunderstanding and lack of education because you just don't see it. There's people that do see it. There's people that pick up on it. So whenever you guys are ready to start that journey, let me know or let somebody else know. But there's people in your corner, and you don't have to end your life because of what these fucking demons are telling you to do. Because believe me, when you have mental illness and you're going through that depression, they're the ones taking over your mind. You can't honestly think that there aren't things controlling us to make us do fucked up shit, and that's what we're living in. Can you? That you're the fucked up one? You need the meds? No, there's a whole other realm of shit going on. You're being controlled on purpose. You're being oppressed on purpose. And you're still waking up every day and doing the same shit. So you want to live in the hamster wheel or on Pornhub or XXX.com or whatever y'all like. That's cool. But I think it's time for some of us to get it together. And God says, come as you are. And that's how really people should come. I'm going to be intimidating to some people. Maybe I'm not the one for you to help. You know, there's other people that could maybe help you. But I know that I can. And I don't judge people because I've been through fucking hell myself. I'm humble enough to admit that I've been at the bottom and I've been at the top and I've fell down many times. So I have no reason to judge anyone else for what they've been through. But I've been in the mental health field long enough, and I've been kind of in this healing myself long enough to know and understand that awareness is huge, and it's not here. But it's starting to be. More people are waking up. Darkness isn't taking over like everyone fucking thinks. No, there's actually more people working like in our favor to wake people up and help them heal, and basically sacrificing ourselves, but it's helping the rest of the world. Some of us actually do that. Isn't that crazy to think? That you could live your life in service of another person just because you know what it's like not be accepted or not be helped. There's so many things that we just we gotta accept and recognize. We can't ignore this forever. And I don't think I've like read a single comment because I'm going off on a tangent, because that's kind of what I do. We have to come to some kind of understanding and investigate on your own. Pay attention to your thoughts and what you're listening to. Maybe you think that if you do certain things, then you'll be ready for certain things, but in reality, that's an excuse. The structure was thrown off on purpose to make us live in a matrix of fear, where nobody gets out and everyone's confused. But if you want to know the truth, that's not what we're here for, and it's an illusion. It's a major illusion. Because we've been conditioned our entire fucking lives. Some of us are here for the right reasons, and some of us are here to help other people, regardless of what the fuck it looks like, or what the bitch on the corner thinks that goes to church on Sunday with their ugly ass dog. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit what anybody thinks of me, and I really don't give a shit who loves me or what someone thinks, because this so above that. You got to come to that point where it's this superficial shit. We're way above that now, you know? I don't fucking care. But I know how to reprogram. I know how to get rid of some things. I really feel like this could change the face of the world if more people kind of were aware. But if you're to that point where you're ready to deal with the things that you have maybe not been able to or held on to, or you have to be ready and willing, and then there's people that'll help you. But I'm not going to pour my time and energy into people that are going to drain mine. Because I'm not the healer for you. I'm a healer, but I'm supposed to show you how to heal yourself and guide you along that journey. I don't have enough energy to have you guys suck it out of me. And I tried that. Didn't go so well. Almost lost my life, but to show you what you need to do and what's missing. And we went through hell this year, but 2019 is like, there's so many good things coming to the people who actually fucking changed. It's gonna be, this energy, like I can feel it. There's so much good shit coming in. So don't give up. And if you went through hell this year, it's the next 10 years of your life are gonna be the greatest 10 years that you've ever had. So have some faith in yourself and be patient, maybe, because the more you focus on the outcome and when it's going to be there, you're fucking up the energy fields because it's already in the universe to come in for you. But the more it's like standing by the microwave waiting for your food to be done. You know how long it takes? It's like longer. You can't sit and focus on the outcome. Just know that it's coming in for you and it's going to be here, and remain positive and be patient. Because some of us went through hell this year, but it's going to be worth it. And I'm excited. And I'm fucking exhausted. So I need to go to bed. I love the people on my channel. And I'm here for a reason. Being the train wreck that I am, there's someone here that can stand in your corner and help you. And there's we got to be hyped up a little bit because things are changing on every level. And you need to know you're supported and you're loved, and you're never alone. You just feel like you are. I am exhausted. I hope everyone actually gets some sleep because I'm about to take some NyQuil or Benadryl or both. Good night.